Yeah, I think we have to go back. Can you get around? Okay, you ready to go? All right. Leaving Leland campsite. Both on reserve, so we got to get a gas station. Great spot. Beautiful view of the Great Rift Valley, as we said. We met, thank you, it's Timothy, and we met his dad who started this. He's a mango farmer. He's 72 years old. He looks like he looks like he could almost be in his like early 60s. And anyhow, yeah, he didn't have anybody come by, he said, for 10 years. I'm sure iOverlander helped. We got about 4 hours. We think it's gonna be on road, but we really don't know. It's a really beautiful ride down to this campsite, and it's already hot, already sweating, starting the day sweating. Hopefully we can get out of here okay with our low fuel. It's downhill, but there's definitely some elevation. You can feel the bike's a little sluggish. Got a nice turn here. Whoa. Always nice to get the day going with some challenging off-road. But it's funny, nothing looks steep on the GoPro, and the rocks look small, and everything looks far away. But hell, wouldn't be able to record and share this with people without it. So we're gonna take a left once we get to the road, of course. And then let's just be light on the throttle. We ended up camping, like we said, because it was only like $2 more to have a room. If we chose not to camp, sorry. Because, you know, when we're trying to get to some destinations, we don't have to unpack everything and put up the tent. It saves a lot of time and effort. Beautiful, the clouds lifting. Stunning. I hope the GoPro can capture how like huge and great this is, like the cradle of civilization. I think we've said that, and we'll keep saying it. Woo! This is the kind of days we live for here. It kind of brings us back to Rwanda and Uganda. Just windy, beautiful road through the countryside. You know, everybody waves, except for the bandits on iOverlander. Apparently they don't wave. They wave AK-47s. But we talked about our strategy this morning, and we decided, I don't know, do you just go really fast through them? You stop? I mean, I had some bandits or paramilitary, or I don't know, possibly drug cartel stop me in Mexico once, and the guy said, where am I going? And he jumped down in front of me, and I was on a very fast bike, and so I could have sped up, but he jumped right in front of me. I had to slam on the brakes, and he had a machine gun, and he said, where are you going? And I said, Mazatlan. He said, how big is this bike? And I said, it's a 750. He's like, wow, that's big. And then he said, have a good ride. So, you know, I don't know, you don't want to create something where there's not something to create. So we're gonna stop and smile. This looks like a brand new asphalt piece of highway, or at least in sections, like right here. But it's also like amazingly smooth, and it's even like banked nicely. I think that this was paved like in the last 6 months, maybe in the last few months. It's funny, we look for off-road, but at the same time, when we find like a nice piece of tarmac, wow, that's nice too. We're really high still. Damn. We're hoping to see Mount Kenya in the distance today. Do you have your clutch in? Yes, so do I. Just in case this gas station's not open or out of gas. This is a cool little corner. It looks like a pretty windy road all day today, but this is the only road I think that goes into the canyon, so this has got to be the most spectacular. It's funny, when you look on Google Maps, you don't really understand the height of the valley. But I mean, we felt the altitude just walking around the campsite, so I'm thinking we're at 6,000 feet. Great waterfall up on the mountain here. Wow, that would have been nice to shower out there this morning. Woo, that looks so cool. These roads do feel a little bit more remote. Watch out, this guy. You notice that there's a lot of bicyclists here. We've seen more road bikers here, you know, wearing like the Tour de France kind of gear than we've seen since South Africa. I mean, I'd say even more people here than in South Africa are wearing that stuff. Yeah, this is quite a cool hill. My bike's been turned off now for a long time, so it's nice. Nice. It's kind of like turning the engine off when you're going sailing. You know, all of a sudden it's just wind noise and that's it. A little bit of tire noise, but it's very peaceful to turn it off. Especially on these big bore thumpers. These things, you know, it's not like when you have a twin or some sort of inline four or whatever. It's very like thump, 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 thump. Okay, so we made it to the gas station. I was just telling Sal, I was trying not to lead on, you know, like that we were maybe not going to make it back up the hill to the other closest gas station. So I was definitely hoping that this place would have gas and be open. Wow, good switchback. Coming through the valley. Beautiful. Wow, that's a really cool dirt road over there. Nice when you can look at the map and just see windy backtracking roads. Have a little more power now too, which is nice. We kind of went into the valley, now we're going back up. The bike feels much more responsive. Oh, Coca-Cola. It's good that the US put a nice big sign over this awesome view. Still winding. We're just talking about how we haven't seen one white person since we crossed into Kenya. So I think we're in a pretty non-touristy area. We have our first views of this lake, and I'm going to check on the map again what the lake is. We're going to go in between two lakes. One of them has a cool island on it, and we're going to go in between them because they said that there's bandits, police escorts that you may or may not need to do. So we're just going to go through the middle and then go up on the east side of Lake Turkana. It's a little more remote on the west side, plus there's nowhere to stamp our carnes to leave Kenya and go into Ethiopia on the west side. So we kind of need to go through more of a main border crossing, which is by no means a main border crossing. It's just a more heavily trafficked than the one on the west coast. Okay, we got another little peekaboo of the lake here. Just stunning. Actually, there's a lot more islands out there than it shows on the map. We weren't really planning on having such a cool ride today. I just saw a lot of curves on the map, so I thought it'd be nice, but this is really beautiful. Well, looks like we're going off-road. So, yeah, we were out halfway, and now all of a sudden it turned off-road. Let's just see for a few minutes what it's like. I don't think the tires are like that overinflated, really. So we'll see about letting some air out in a minute. And maybe this is just a connector road. We don't know. But this is the road. It says 2 hours and 15 minutes. The trail has got a little narrow for a sec. Kind of going along a little river. It's nice. Lots of goats. Lots of dust. This could be 2 hours. This could be 4 hours. We got 80 kilometers, so hard to say. Hopefully it doesn't get too thick. It's kind of hard to believe the maps that are on Google are these roads, you know, I should say. Like, wow. Yeah, I think we have to go back. Can you get around? Hello. How are you? Dumbo. Is there a bridge? A bridge? Go back? Okay. Yeah, I think we gotta get on the other side of the bridge. Definitely be careful of the acacia thorns. Hello. Hello. Okay, so I think we need to reassess for a minute because that river is something we got to go over a bunch. That didn't look very shallow, and there's a lot of acacia thorns. Maybe we should like go back to the highway and go around. Hello, how are you guys? Good. Hello. Okay, so we kind of got rivered out and it's pretty deep. Hello, 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 hello. And the kids are cool. Give me a good high five, good strong kid. But yeah, we got kind of rivered out. The trail was getting very narrow. I looked on the maps. There's another river. We only went 20 minutes and it's like a 3 hour, it could be anywhere from like 3 hours to like 6 or 7 hours. So we're kind of like, let's play it safe. There was a ton of acacia thorns, like a million. There's acacia trees as far as we rode. So the likelihood of getting a flat in there is extremely likely. So we're gonna head back to the highway and reassess. Got some nice friendly kids though. It's really dusty, it's really hot. We don't have a ton of water. We don't know where we can get more water. So we only have a few liters. We're gonna play it safe. Out to the town, to the highway, and I think we're gonna try and go the long way on the highway because there's just no knowing where we're gonna end up. And we're getting into rainy season, so the chances of the next river being worse than the first river can be pretty good. So we're gonna head south, take a huge detour on the highway, but at this point it just seems like the best bet. Hello. Good. Yeah. What's that? Oh yeah. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. That was interesting. Yeah, like what do they want? We knew we were gonna get stopped sooner or later, and they were nice enough. Just want to know where we were from, where we were, where we're going. Of course, we don't even know where the hell we're going. Barely know where we're from. We certainly can't even remember where we were last night. But here we are. Keep going. Yet another overloaded motorbiker. Makes us feel better about how much gear we bring. I'll give him a thumbs up. Give me a nice honk. You don't take your hands off when you gotta load that bit. Looks like we're going through the equator. Yep, there it is. The equator right here. Cool. We're gonna cross it again coming back. We're going south, so we're gonna go back north. Maybe it'll be a better sign. Across the equator, and now we're going to serious work. Well, looks like we're running into some rain. It's probably a good thing we didn't go more off-road because we're going to into some serious mud. Let's see if this rain keeps up. We're about 30 minutes away from the lake that we're going to go camp on, which is a diversion, so we have no idea what to really expect. We only read about it for a few minutes. We'll see what happens. So we just got off there's a small stretch of highway that connects to Nairobi, and way busier than any highway we've been on up to this point. It's sprinkled for a few minutes, but not too bad. And we'll be cruising down to our little campsite momentarily. It's not the place we were planning on going, but you don't end up where you want to go. You end up where you're supposed to go. So we'll see where we end up. Okay, we're just coming down to the camp, and the road gets a little more challenging. You can tell some ruts have developed, you know, in the rainy season. We were saying, you know, about some of the different challenges we've had in Africa, which is a lot of challenges that people have, which is water. We would probably do a lot more wild camping if we just had the ability to carry more water. Hello. Looks cool. Thank you, sir. It's nice that that kid was there. That's fine. I just need to turn the angle a little bit. My bike sits a lot more vertical than Sal's. Hers is a lowered kickstand, but then hers is so short that it changed the angle. Hello, how's it going?
Good, man.
Good to meet. We found you.
Wow, so pretty.
Karibu sana.
Thank you. It's
I like the
awesome.
bikes, guys.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
We're from Washington in the U.S.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk of riding now.
Okay.
So you drove from Washington?
Yeah, well, from Cape
Well, we
Town.
started in Cape Town, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you shipped the bikes there?
We shipped the bikes
Yeah.
and we started in Cape Town, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank
you.
you.
Karibu sana.
Thank
you.
you. We're happy
Yeah,
to
man.
be here.
Yeah.
Okay, we got camp set up just in time for the rain. We got the covers on. And we're glad we got here.
Our 4-hour day turned into 6 hours. And we're happy to be at this camp.
Yeah. It's very nice, actually.
Very nice. We
Nobody's
made the
here.
mistake of not checking tracks for Africa.
Mhm.
And about halfway into our 4-hour ride, it turned into dirt. And as I already said,
Yeah, we took the wrong path.
we're just taking a little walk from our camp, and we're going to see, he said there's a little view. So we got a couple tuskers, and we're gonna take a look at the view. Oh, cool. Wow. I'm glad we were here. It's beautiful. There's a little bit of a hop down here.
Wow.
Oh,
Corn.
oh, wow. That's a great view.
Damn. You got it.
Airline style. Cheers.
Cheers. There's actually a lot of lakes in Kenya. The one we're trying to go to is called Lake Turkana, and it's the biggest lake in Kenya. They call it the Jade Lake because it's very turquoise blue.
And it's also where
Very
one of the first hominids was found, the burial site.
The Homo erectus, yeah.
Homo erectus, yeah. So
Yeah, it's
maybe we'll learn
cradle of
something.
civilization.
The cradle of civilization, once again.